What's going on, guys? We are back. About to play Act 2 of Kentucky Route Zero. So it's called Limits and Demonstrations. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. See how it goes. Make sure my controller's on. All right, limits and demonstrations. Okay. I take it we're a different character now. Whoa, what is that? Let's look at this. The text says limits and demonstrations. A Lula Chamberlain retrospective. Marking the first major public showcase of her work in over 20 years. This retrospective exhibition of work by pioneering installation artists Lula Chamberlain comprises a diagonal slice through time, place, and form. The pieces on display here were individually debuted over a period of 35 years, designed in Chamberlain's various homes and studios between the beloved Mexico City and her native Elizabethtown. They represent a range of scale and impact, from the intimate warmth of Vertex texture fetch to the infamous visage, the latter of which requires a vertical clearance of over 30 feet. Yet these works share a confounded legacy. In each of their debut exhibitions, they were nearly impossible to install. Galleries and museums balked at the scale, power requirements, and highly skilled labor involved in maintaining these works for display. Some of their debuts collapsing under the weight of logistics, only to successfully executed much later. And so, just as they describe the outer limits of Chamberlain's range as an installation artist, the geographical edges and vertices of her I don't know what that word is, home life, and the beginning and end of her distinguished career, the works on display here also trace the extremes of our capabilities and the frontiers of our patience as both viewer and exhibitor. Are we capable of viewing these works as they were meant to be viewed? Do we even want to be? I'm not gonna lie, that is some straight up like hoo-ha, artist hoo-ha is what I think it's like. You know, when an artist is so full of themselves, they think they're doing something just so grand, so amazing. But in reality, who cares, bro? Not me. All right, let's see this artwork here. Title card. Spinning coin. Suspended. Correcting for angular motion. 1976. It feels so strangely alive. Or Ben, didn't you have one of these? I think I'm gonna go with that one. It says, oh yeah, I did have an old microfilm reader like this. I got it at the garage sale, or at a garage sale. couldn't figure out what to do with it. That's my whole shed. Just a bunch of weird... The fan's like blowing right in my ear. That's my whole shed. Just a bunch of weird, obsolete electronics I thought I might use. At least it's not in a landfill. Yeah, who knows what kind of chemicals they put in those things. What's the half-life on microfilm and weird old electronics? I guess everything gets broken down eventually. It's just a TV. Title card: Vertex Texture Fetch. Tree, television, and suspended cathode ray tube. Bob, this seems like your kind of thing. Nah. The picture on the TV. What is that? It's a lighthouse. No. It's a weather vane or a windmill or something. Is it a lighthouse? Can I go look at it? Get closer? Maybe not. Alright, I guess we'll just move on to the next one. This one looks the craziest. Visage. What is that made of? It's a mystery. Looks like ribbon bandages. Have you seen The Invisible Man? Slice a visage to build a visage, a puzzle to its own owner. What? It's a poem I read. I think it was written by a computer. Sounds like it. Yeah, that thing's crazy. They don't even know what the media is. Like, how was it made? Overdubbed Nam June Paik installation in the style of Edward Packer. Magnetic tape playback head speaker system voice of art. Is this even a sentence, bro? Like, what am I reading? I read about this one in interactive. It's interactive. All right, what's it about? It's an installation by a different artist made of audio tape, and then she took it and recorded over all the tape with her own sounds. You can listen to it by running this tape playback around on it. Let's try it out. I think start in the middle. A woman's voice issues unsteadily from the speakers. We start in the middle. Donald and Joseph are in the hallway. I am in an office. The walls are lined with filing cabinets. A few drawers hang open. The door is ajar. A massive computer looms in the corner. There are some punched cards on the floor. A synthetic voice recording spliced awkwardly into the tape lists out options in monotone. To examine cards, rotate 30 degrees and advance 7 inches. To leave room, rotate 17 degrees and advance 4 inches. To activate computer, rotate 200 degrees, and advance 15 inches. Let's examine the cards. Encoded in the holes punched through these cards is a first draft of the poetic subsystem. I can read punched cards by sight. Donald can, I think. This version was pretty underwhelming. To leave room, rotate 17 degrees and advance 4 inches. To inactivate computer, rotate 200. Alright. Activate the computer. So loud, I love it. I am now holding 2 punched cards. On one of them, Joseph has scribbled a note, Caves. The other is blank. To insert Caves card, rotate 11 degrees and advance 2 inches. To insert blank card, Let's do the blank card. That one's like the most mysterious one. We'll do the caves. We're on a dirt trail in the park. Or well, it's not really a trail. It's a trail. It's more like a tendency. They tend to be fewer plants here on the path. On the path, we've been walking. Walking sounds. Now, we're walking at the edge of the massive hole. The dirt gives way to messy rock at the ground, sinks into darkness. Joseph and Donald are following a rope down into the cave. They have computer equipment tied to their backs. So do I. To enter the cave, rotate 75 degrees left and advance 4. Okay. That's the last trip. So everything's down from here, or down here now. The final resting place. Don't be so morbid. To remember a fond gesture, rotate 100 80 degrees and advance 23 inches. To regret a harsh word, rotate 12 degrees and advance. We remember. It's morning now. I'm in the car. I'm driving to work. This is the last recording I'll make on this tape, and then I'll drop it in the mail tomorrow, and then who knows? Do you hear that? Is it like air blowing, like, or is it people whispering? It's hard to tell. I've been recording onto this tape for 15 years. I think of a lot of other things happening, so here's a story. When I met Donald and Joseph, they were both students, and I was in a band performing on campus. They came to my show, and when we met at some bar and had a few drinks together, Joseph wanted to impress me, so he stole a metal cocktail tumbler and gave it to me. We got kicked out, wandered drunkily until morning, and finally ended up at a diner. And now I use the tumbler to store extra pens on my desk. So I'm almost out of tape. I guess I'll just let it run out while I drive. Go back a bit. Let's go back. Let's not tell anybody. I think of our work, our research. You'll die in those damn cold caves, and what about those men? You know they'll come back. We'll go deeper, that's all. They'll never find us. Did you hear their voices? They're not. They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop. Your stupid light is ringing through the wall. The whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too. But I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down to zero. You'll be lost forever. But we need your voice for the machine, Lula. It only recognizes your voice. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail. And then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Whoa. I wonder what that was all about. Wow. Okay. That one's crazy. Now. Basement puzzle number 2. What do you think she means by puzzle? I guess it's something you can solve? They must they must be symbols, artist, sunset, horse. It's an anagram or like a code. Or it's just misdirection. Maybe it's just about a puzzle. Maybe it's a puzzle. But there's no right answer. Okay. Cool art. I'm ready to leave though. Yeah, I guess I'm ready to go. This show is exhausting. That's how I feel. It's like stupid. Shut up. Don't tell me that's the end of it. Oh wait, that's just like a short story part. Oh, that wasn't Act 2? Okay, I get it now. So now we actually play Act 2. That's kind of cool. Lula Chamberlain. Your application. Thank you for your application to the Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture Annual Fellowship. We received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total, and regrettably we can award only one fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multi-phase blind committee analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process as to maintain the standards we have established over our 35 years in operation. Our panel did not select your application. We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture. Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here. Lula throws the letter in the wastebasket. We'll put it in the handbag. We can open a folder on her desk labeled proposals, or opens a folder writing paper on her desk. Let's do that. I don't know what proposals is, but I don't like it. To herself, dearest Robert, thank you for your kind note. Or, yeah, we'll do this one. Though it has been years since my name appeared in a gallery program, except as occasional dusty curiosity in a group show, or as the impertinent subject of some misguided retrospective, I continue something gratitude, yours in situ, Lula. So she works at a desk now? Rick clears his throat. Busy? How are you, Rick? I shouldn't complain, so... Did you get my note? About the office? Sorry, I'm going to Stag. About the proposal? I'm still working. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Well, I'm not here to rush you. So, how did your application go? I was in the mailroom and I saw you get a letter back. I don't mean to pry. I just saw. It's fine. I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish? Tell me about your goldfish, Rick. So she was a semi-famous artist before, and now not anymore. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Hey, it's my boy. We're back. Blue. Let me pet my dog here. Get a good rest in the truck. Sorry about all this walking. I'm sure it's hard on your creaky paws. Let's talk to Shannon. Didn't we just pass this place? Maybe someone here could point us in the right direction. Let's do that. Yeah. Looks like they're still open. Must be the night shift. What do you think they do here? Looks like an office building. An office building in a cathedral. This is weird, but do you think we're inside or outside right now? I think we're outside. Yeah. Outside any man-made structure, I guess. Just feels like it's still inside since we can't see the sky. Maybe someone around here has a better sense of direction. Yeah, maybe. Let's go. The barrier. End of the line. Maybe it's under construction? Nah, seems that way. Not for us, I hope. Do we go this way? Damn, Conway, your leg is killing me, dude. Maybe we go down here? Doesn't look like it. I guess not. Yeah, we'll probably go down the stairs. Oh, here we go. There's a bell. Oh, hey, somebody did come. Marianne. Well, here you are. Better late than never, I guess. Just unload the whiskey over there by the elevator. I'll figure something out. We're actually a bit lost, ma'am. You're lost. So you're not the... Sorry, honest mistake. We're supposed to have a little celebration here at the office, but the whiskey never showed up. I saw your truck and thought... But you don't really look like one of them boys from the distillery anyways. So what are you celebrating? The less I understand, the better. When I'm here, I keep the fans turned up and the furnace hot, and listen for the bell. When I get home, I'm a different person. I don't have to think about it. I just paint. Well, it's clear you're new to this territory. I expect you just mean to pass through. We're looking for Dogwood Drive. Do you know where that is? Dogwood? Nope. You're gonna need to talk to someone upstairs about that. One of the map clerks. But first, we've got to get in the system. So you'll need an appointment with one of the ingestion clerks. Now, let's see. Rick is booked proofreading drafts all afternoon and Wanda's out on a site. Let me go make some calls and see if I have anyone free. There are some books over there in the waiting area. Just take a look around. Have you seen our grotesques? I don't know what that means. 3 books are piled on the table: a service manual for a sewage pump, some architectural plans for a bungalow, and a slim collection of Japanese death haiku. An envelope is protruding from the bottom of the stack. Picks up the envelope. Bureau of Secret Tourism. Oh, wow. It contains several small, handwritten brochures with ritualistic directions to bizarre locations. I like it. Looks like Our Lady came back. Marianne. Oh, good. I thought you left. People can be so impatient, you never know. I have you meeting with Lula Chamberlain. She's a senior clerk and doesn't usually handle the ingestion process, but she's the only one with room on her plate this evening. My schedule says she's on the 5th floor reviewing some diagrams. The elevator is just back to the left there, 5th floor. Sounds good. Let's go walk over there. Gotta love the elevator music. She's on the 5th floor, right? Alright, so 4th floor, archives records. 3rd floor, bears. Kind of want to go to the bear floor, but let's go ahead to the 5th floor. Look, there's bears. There really are bears. Wow. So there's a record player, a clerk. Let's check out this record player here. I like it. Greg is hard at work examining some diagrams, measuring angles with a plastic protractor and occasionally scribbling numbers in a small leather notebook. Can I help you? Don't answer that. Are you Lula Chamberlain? No. You just missed her, actually. She was up here about an hour ago. She's probably back at her real desk now on the 1st floor. She barely made a dent in these diagrams. Must have been distracted. Speaking of which, is there anything else in here? What's over here? This is a pretty terrible place for an office building. Nice. We went in a circle. I like it. But yeah, it's like in a cave. It's kind of crazy, yeah. So we will head to the 1st floor and visit our girl. I still am pretty wanting to stop at the bare floor. We're looking for Lula Chamberlain. She's much too busy. Let's get out of the janitor clerks to sort your paperwork first, so we don't waste any of Miss Chamberlain's time. It's a pretty straightforward process. First, you'll need to get a case number assigned. Talk to Clerk Metzedy. What? About that. She's just over there at the end of the room. Okay. Is this what it's like to work in an office? Hi, how are you? Fine, thanks. I just need your ingestion card and a list of your last 5 permanent addresses. What? Let's just skip it. Which one of you is Lula Chamberlain? That's her in the cardigan. Having fun in the paperclip labyrinth? Well, you made it eventually. You look exhausted. I'd offer you my seat, but my ankles are turning on me. The receptionist said you could point us in the right direction. This concrete bunker of an office is just a waypoint for you, I'm sure. Where is it you're trying to go? We're having trouble navigating the Zero. Just navigating. Apropos or nothing. The Zero doesn't work like other roads. You can't just drive and expect to find yourself somewhere. You must be more deliberate than when driving on surface roads. And, in a way, much less deliberate. We're looking for Dogwood Drive. That's funny. You know I used to live on Dogwood Drive? This was years ago. A grimy old house, basement full of insects, attic full of birds. I had a few roommates. We all worked at the university. I had a dog. I drank whiskey and beer and made sculptures. But that Dogwood was a surface road. With a name like that, it would have to be. What are you doing on the Zero? My cousin Weaver sent us this way. Your cousin Weaver Marquez? I hadn't expected to hear from her again. Why did you know her? She came through here as an intern. One of my old colleagues must have referred her. Do you know I never asked? Anyways, there's not much challenging work here, much less for a gifted mathematician. She helped translate some notes on architectural plans I picked up in Mexico. She was very bored. We used to sit on the steps by the river on our lunch break and talk about geometry. I hope she wasn't in trouble. I lost touch with her so suddenly. I had recommended she go see her old friends of mine at the university about a new architect surveying venture. I often worry she became wrapped up in some tenured professor's quasi-exotic research project. You know the type, gray-haired, intellectual, narcissistic, quixotic? Is that how you say it? Quixotic, maybe? It's a weird word. Well, that is. I guess she sent you here because she respected me. Thought I could help. Weaver's a dear girl, but I'm afraid you've been misled. Excuse me. But where's the Dogwood Drive you lived on? Maybe it's the same one. It's not possible. The Dogwood Drive I lived on is now called Pale Dogwood Drive. They've renamed all the streets, you see. Too many streets with the same names. It was never a problem before, but now we have these databases and it's all too confusing for the computer. The computer has no sense of ambiguity, so it proclaims an error. Name collisions, they call them. So my Dogwood Drive is Pale Dogwood Drive, and another might be Large Leaf Dogwood Drive, or Himalayan flowering Dogwood Drive, and so on. But one of them is still just Dogwood Drive, or so we might hope. It's really a matter of consulting records, of which we have an abundance here. Do you have a record of those streets? I expect we must. They'll be up in archives and records, 4th floor. It'll be filled with 0 or oddonyms, preferably, or G for generic, or maybe S for specific, depending on which part of the street name was changed. That is so unhelpful. Alright, I guess we go back at 4th floor. This place is a mess. Take a look through that logbook, I guess. Maybe there's some kind of system to all these boxes. I'll just start digging. Alright. I guess we'll start from the top. Inside the front cover. Please do not transfer any more records from the storage unit until we get the new file cabinets in. We're up to F, and we'll have to do for now. Instruct clerks to focus on activities beginning with the letters A, B, C, D, E, or F, or activities most likely to involve research on subjects beginning with those letters. For example, cars is okay because it involves automotive, driving, brakes, etc. But air quality is not okay because it relates to health, safety, pollution. Okay, that didn't really tell me anything. Page 1. Several documents relating to sporting competition venues were quickly checked out and back in over the periods of a few days. Basketball courts, baseball fields, alleys, and parking lots. A single set of documents related to coal mining operation was checked out and back in several different people within a few hours. Failing antique shops folder missing. Listed checked in on page 63, but not present. Failing antique shops, Monday, 3 p.m. Signee, Ed Bohm. Alright, I think we're done. We're going to be looking for Ed Bohm now. Okay, nothing, me neither. Half of these boxes aren't even labeled, and the rest are all from the first few letters of the alphabet. I couldn't find anything with an O or a G or an S. Maybe that clerk knows somewhere else we can look. She's gonna tell us to go to the bare floor. What floor is she on? First floor? I don't know if you guys have ever been at work and something like this happened to you, where basically you get the runaround. People will tell you like, "Oh, talk to this person," then that person tells you go talk to somebody else, and you just keep going around and around to different people. Bro, I have been in that situation, and it is so annoying. Usually, I give up and I just like make a call on my own. Well, they must still be in transit. We've only moved into this venue somewhat recently, and it's a bit in progress. This was a cathedral not so long ago, can you believe it? And then the Bureau reclaimed it. The old what? Congregation has been directed to one of our storage facilities for their activity. That's where you'll find the street names records I expect at the church. Marianne at reception can give you directions. Just come back here when you have the files, and we'll begin the necessary paperwork to have the information analyzed. And while you're out on the road, you might want to stop and see Dr. Truman about your leg. He's a specialist regarding ailments of the joints and limbs. I know he's working at night. His home office is in a small neighborhood on the east edge of the Bowling Green. Here's his card. Don't stop to see him. The leg is a miserable sight. Take care of each other. Okay, let's do that then, I guess. Oh, what are we doing? We're on the elevator. Not up. God. Go down. Marianne, I'm back. Get what you need. Lula said you could direct us to the church. The old storage lot. Just go back on the zero and drive until you hit the crystal. Then turn around. It'll make sense once you get on the road. You can handle it. What the What crystal? Yo, Blue, get in the car. We're out of here, brother. I guess we go forward. Maybe not. That does not look like the way to go. We're looking for a crystal. Okay, what did it say? Find the crystal and then turn around. Must be that. No. You're looking kind of tired there, old man. Want me to take the wheel for a bit? Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Self-storage, nice. Act 2, Scene 2. Bro, that was a long-ass first scene. St. Thomas Church. All right. Is that it over there? I don't see any congregation. Maybe it's after hours. So let's see what the janitor knows, I guess. Here for the night mass? Where's the congregation? I guess this must look pretty strange. A church without a congregation. When they first moved to here, man, this place was packed. They must have had a mass every night, 2 on Sunday. But it's got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it as a thing that was falling apart, they lost their center of gravity and just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too. But he left nice old tapes, some with the organist, and I found some old Ace tapes in the Bureau archives, photos of people in churches, so I keep it running. You do what you have to, right? Okay. We've got to find some Bureau documents. You're from the Bureau. I moved all those documents to Unit C315 to make room for the mass. It's down at the other end of the building. Same floor. I need to get the night mass started, but you can borrow my keys. I'll go. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Nice lady. I better get this running. There are many days on which we proclaim the value of labor and celebrate the piety of the hardworking. Though feast of abstinence, recognizing Saint Joseph the worker, who was foster father to our Lord Jesus, and who trained him in carpentry and in the merit of sweat, and this is one such day. Listen to the homily. Homily? On this day, we celebrate with the feast of Saint Joseph, the worker. And on this day, other workers are also celebrating, workers who do not attend Mass, or even one like it. Even workers who do not attend a church at all, but who tell with clarity, with dedication, with what does that even say? What is that word? Perspicacity? Who do as we do here in our church. Inasmuch as they reflect the activity of God as we do, they cultivate the earth, and at sundown they call the fruit of their labor very good. All right. Beyond the church, this day is celebrated in remembrance of a violent protest in Chicago, and to honor the 4 martyrs who were unjustly prosecuted in its wake, having not only pursued their vocation in their daily labor, but also having pursued their avocation in the form of protest, activism, community building, radicalization, scholarship, and finally martyrdom. Their and our avocation being as it should be for us all, as members of the church or otherwise, so secure for our fellow workers the right to labor with dignity. Bro, I cannot read, and it's like all like blurry. It's like hard to read. Continue listening though. So, just as there is dignity without sacrifice, there is no vocation without avocation. Just as the left eye perceives that which is to the left, and the right eye perceives that which is to the right, and these images are summed, differentiated, and incorporated, and we find in our mind's eye an after image of divine light, only where love and dread are one, or love and need are one, and the work is play for mortal states. Is the dead ever really done, deed ever really done, Jesus Christ, for the heaven and the future's sakes? Bro, I cannot read. I gotta like sit up closer. I'll put my face like right in the camera. How terrible. Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in. I don't think, and I don't remember them anyway. Okay. Got what? I found what we came here to get. The file on street name changes. You don't look good. Let's head back to the bureau and get this straightened out, and then maybe we should see that doctor the clerk recommended. Yeah, let's do that. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? I've got you. You're alright. Your leg is pinned. I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. Are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's fine. Just try and stand up. Careful. I'm right here. Don't worry, I've got you. The leg is in bad shape. Let's get you under the tram. Let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man, look at me. Can you hear me? What happened? I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. I think I need to see that doctor. Yeah, you do. How do we get to this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, you know, here and there. The bureau is the only way I know. Some of those folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came, find the crystal, and then turn around. Okay. Alright. So how do we... Let me see this thing. Let me try to look at this thing here. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. It's a phone number? Bro, what is going on right now? The Bureau? What the heck? How did we get here? We really need to see the doctor. Maybe the lady will tell us again how to get there. Do we go back? I don't even know, I guess. Just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65 going southwest. Take a right past the observatory just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Okay. So can we go back now? What? Where are we going again? Bro, we found it. The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum, still partially under construction. I guess we go to the museum? Maybe the doctor's in there? Okay. Shannon? I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in, but they didn't see me. Museum staff, what were you doing up that late? What were they talking about? The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman, but he was already gone. But they didn't know, so they kept looking around. Wow, that's weird. I just assumed they were from the power company. You know how they're always coming by unannounced and messing with this or that. I just shut myself up in the room to wait it out. No sense in getting involved. So how did they get in? Must have been one of the kids that left the front door unlocked. Something's gotta be done. They run around like animals. You know that Flora left a can of soda on the top of the shelter door, and I almost killed myself slipping on that sticky mess the next morning? Something's gotta be done. What the hell? I guess we'll just walk forward. This doesn't feel right. We'll go the other way. This fool's leg is walking so slow. So annoying. They were hollering at the empty tent you folks have in display. If you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in worse positions. I guess they must have gone through some papers here. I was in some disarray and a few folders were pulled out and left on the table. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I only noticed because Diane is such a stickler. She's real organized, I mean. What folders were they looking at? Mostly stuff about the building site, I guess. They had a list of all the houses we relocated here. A list of the original residents before we leveled the neighborhood. I guess they were looking for one of the old residents. They pulled out a list of the folks who didn't take the offer. Folks who moved elsewhere. But they filed that back out of order. So I guess they didn't find what they were looking for. While I have you here, work's kind of slowed down, and it seems like, I know you folks know what you're doing, but it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in. That's the idea. I get that, just how about the proof? The roof. You just write us a check and we'll finish it right up. I know you've got this museum thing going on, but you don't want to be a slumlord now. Do you know, at first I thought it might be Hudson walking up here to visit. I'd heard him working on his boat just a bit earlier, before the storm started. But then I saw the stranger's limping gait. And the young woman with him, and I knew it couldn't be. I invited him in for a glass of bourbon, which I politely declined, so I just talked to them on the porch for a bit. What'd you talk about? We talked a bit about the neighborhood. I talked to them about Hudson and his sailboat, and the nice young couple in the greenhouse, and the charming Dr. Truman, who used to live here. They were very interested in him, but of course, well, I don't know where he went. Do you know? I don't believe either of them have ever set foot on a houseboat before. I don't know that older man had ever seen an ocean, in fact. It has always been my fondmost dream to retire on a houseboat. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that it settles my nerves. Well, if we have another storm like this last one. Oh, it's so hard to read these. So she didn't tell us anything? Well, I guess we can go back all the way back here. Nah, that feels wrong though. Let's go this way. Bro, I can't see anything. This big ass bird in the way. I guess we ride this up. Whoa. What is this creepy ass place? Damn, that bird is huge. We were working in the greenhouse and I saw them come up in the elevator. They were lost, obviously. It was obvious. Oh, of course. I saw them looking at that odd-shaped building. The round metal one. Yeah, that one. House of the future sort of thing. I've always thought it looked more like a grain bin. I guess it's sort of romantic anyways. They seem interested in it. Tired of huddling their umbrellas, they still stop to examine this strange building. Difficult to see or even hear storms like that, but I was awake and alert, studying the week's forecast. It should even out shortly, I'd say. Did you talk to them? Yeah, we had a short conversation. The young woman heard my radio crackling from the cabin and asked about it. The old man was a bit disoriented. What did she want to know about your radio? She thought she recognized the model just from the noise it was making. I didn't even know the model myself, so she told me many old radios from the period had badly designed tuning circuits that caused the kind of resonant feedback in certain spots on the dial. Easy to pick out if you have the ear for it. Smart young woman. And I always love to chat with an artisan. Well, then they had to leave looking for a doctor. I think the old man was having a bad time. It was a short conversation. Floor was playing down on the lower level and we'd been having a glass of wine in the greenhouse. We ducked out of the way when he came in, after all. They were complete strangers. We didn't know them. Did they seem dangerous? No, nothing dangerous about them, but you just can't know, you know? How could you? I heard the young woman ask her friend about his job. He's some kind of furniture collector or a dealer, I think. It didn't sound like things were going well. Maybe they were here looking for a buyer. Definitely some kind of furniture collector or dealer. I heard him talking about antiques. I saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that? Do you know where Dr. Truman is? He's out in the forest. Me and Julian took him out there a few nights ago. He didn't want to come back. He lives there all alone all the time now. This museum is an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Folks just can't sleep in a place like this. Or when they do, it gives them nightmares. So we take them out into the forest for sleep and then bring them back in the morning. So is your family out in the forest? No. I don't know where they are. Me and Julian were looking for them a while, but we have a job to do here. Taking these people out to the forest at night so they can sleep. And maybe if the rest of them will be like Dr. Truman and want to stay out there, we'll get back to the looking. Can you tell us how to get to the forest? Follow the Green River out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. The road don't go there. But me and Julian could take you. We were just about to go that way. I just got to call him over. Cuck. Yeah. Julian must be that giant bird. Alright. He took us. Did Blue go too? Did the bird scoop up Blue? I guess I'm steering. I didn't even realize it. Follow the Green River way out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. Am I going the wrong way? I am 100% going the wrong way. Bro, I am so lost. You think this is it? No, that's not it. Bro, I'm back at the museum. Hey, all right, we're getting places now. That's the lake. And then what? Lake Cumberland? Is this a forest? We found it. God damn, bro. This game. That was freaking terrible. Who's this? Bro, that eagle's a big old bald eagle. Looks sick. Alright. I'll just close my eyes. I don't think that's a good idea. Take some strain off your leg for a minute, and we'll keep going. Why is this delivery so important to you? It's my last delivery. You're retiring? Lizette's closing up the shop. Damn. So where are we going now? Who is that guy? Who is this guy? Shouldn't be much further now. I think I see where the settlement ends over there. These are some fine looking trees. What does that even mean? This forest is full of shadows. The moonlight helps close to the cities. You don't get moonlight like this. It all gets washed out. Light pollution, you know? I guess it's still there. You just can't see it. How are you feeling? I'm just thinking about getting back to work. We're almost there. We'll get you patched up and back in that truck. What the heck is that? Like this tent, like appeared and disappeared. That was crazy. Do you have any family you're close with? Brother or sister? Kids? Just Lizette's family, I guess. Husband, bunch of kids? Her husband, Ira, and I were friends. Oh man, what do we say? I guess I'm gonna say, well, I guess it's just me and her. Two is still a family, right? I guess I was always closest with Weaver. As close as someone can be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength, but we were the same age growing up, and everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry, and I guess I just stayed that way. I never really understood her, but I knew her. It's lonely without someone like that around. You're a good listener. He's inside with Dr. Truman. I'll come in. Dr. Truman lets me watch TV sometimes. My folks never watch TV, but I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks too. A TV scientist. I bet you make a lot of money. My folks had a really nice house, bigger than any of the tree houses, but... Oh, bigger than any of these houses. But it made them worried all the time. Then the bank took it back. We had to sleep at the bus station, but I could never get to sleep, so I just went out to fly around every night with Julian. We flew really far, and we never got lost. But when we came back in the morning, they were all gone. We'll help you look for them. Maybe we can all go looking again later tonight. Let's go see what's on the TV. I think during that exit interview is when I really realized how badly they had me. Well, how else can you pay for medical school? I have college friends with debts that you can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something. Or, you know, some kind of administrative thing. I don't know. Having seen what arthritis did to my grandmother, and my best friend in high school destroyed his wrists building synthesizers. I mean, he was like 17. Ailments of the joints and limbs just seemed important to me. I hope that answers your question. Getting a scholarship with the pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached, but at least I have somewhere to practice, even if I have to follow their market trend a bit. And hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of neuropnol TM. It's not so bad. So how about that leg? What happened exactly? It was crushed by a falling rock. Oh, crushing injury, yeah. Those are pretty bad. Everything gets all compressed and there's a lot of little pieces to it. You know what? Never mind. Let's take a look. How bad could it be? They're singing about going home. They're singing about their home because they're lost right now. It's a scary song. It's scary, but they can still sing about it. Your friend's in pretty bad shape, isn't he? But it's nothing we can't handle. You might have a few things to look out for in the future, but a bit gentler with the leg on the way you walk. But you'll be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So the anesthetic we'll use is called Neuropnol. It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in case like yours. The way it works is I'll count backwards from 5 to start the process. And then we'll just have a normal conversation as the Neuropnol takes effect. Then I'll get started. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't read that. I'm not even going to attempt to read that. What do you think is going to happen? Oh, that's the end of Act 2. Wow. Alright. Pretty crazy. Weird. I'm not sure what's going on in the story, but definitely weird. So, yeah, cool. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's weird, man. I don't know. This game is crazy, and it's a lot of reading. Makes my, I don't know what you call it. When you talk a lot, it makes my, the back of my throat hurt. But, yeah. So we'll continue this probably tomorrow, maybe. But, see you later. Thank you guys for watching, and, you know, subscribe if you like. Follow me on Twitch. You guys have a good night.